Good morning. Hey, so we're almost done. So you can see here, I've got only two segments left of this Next.js masterclass. I have handling server errors, which should be pretty basic, I would imagine, and calling actions using use transition, two things I haven't done yet. And so, hey, we're getting through there. I'm actually considering my next thing will probably be GraphQL crash course. Why not? It's only 9 little segments. Some of them are a little longer, so it looks like about 90 minutes worth of actual class. Well, let's see. It's actually 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Yeah, maybe 90 minutes or so of class. Um, and I've already listened to this 10, so about 90 minutes of class. And you know me, if you watched me doing these classes before, these are these classes are pretty good. The guy's the Net Ninja. His name is Sean, I guess. He does a pretty good job. I really like the way he breaks these down. He gives you he goes and he walks through it. I like to go through and actually do the code. Some people will watch and just watch, learn from viewing. I don't learn from just viewing. I learn from doing. It'll stick to my mind better. I won't remember everything, obviously, but so the goal is to actually do some of the work and start, you know, uh, repetitive action. So I'm going to start with those items. I'm going to try splitting up my day now because with that only being a 90-minute thing, I don't know if I'll do that one right away. I am considering doing start converting my website
Alright then, so
in
currently in
reverse.
the action that
So
we made, we get back an error from Supabase, if there is one, but we're not really doing anything with it at the minute.
Okay, so he's setting up, or he's kind of introing into this, and I am going to get myself into the state needed to do some work with this. Get my stuff in place here, and yeah, where's he at? He's working on the actions.js of the create form. So we've got this error handler is what he's referring to. We got the error, but no handling. So we're going to do that now.
We're not checking if there's an error and then we're not handling it if we need to. So I want to do that in this lesson, and also I just want to talk about how Next.js handles server errors in general. So then, we can handle runtime errors in Next.js and give users a bit of feedback about the error by making an error.jsx file, which is just going to be a React component that gets rendered whenever there's an error. So first up, let's make an error.jsx file inside the dashboard folder, and then this would be the error page that...
Uh, I thought I had an error page. I don't know, maybe not. That's probably from when I did the React class. I have already completed a React class. I have an page.jsx right here. He's creating one. So I think I may have put this in as part of another process that was using this. So it's quite possible he's going to do this slightly different. Oh, this is his normal one. So maybe he did. No, he doesn't have error.jsx in his. So that's a my thing. Apparently I created that from um, following some other things, some other error handler, and I decided to create this. So I'm going to try to use my error page.jsx. He's putting it within dashboard. I'm going to see how different his is, just to know if I need to actually do anything different. It's just he's creating an error.jsx. So let's see what it does. I just have to reference back a little further. Obviously, it's he's going inside the create, so he may have a slightly different handling.
shows when there's a runtime error anywhere in the application. And it does this by creating a React error boundary around any routes at the same level as itself, and also any nested routes inside the folders. You can also nest error pages inside other folders to scope them to certain segments of your application, but for us, we'll just stick to this one. So inside this component, which is called error, we take in two props that Next.js gives to us: the error itself and a function called reset, which we can use to reset the error and show the original page content again.
Interesting. Okay, so let's see if I can do this. We're going to have error. Again, I'm doing this slightly outside of his thing. His error.jsx is inside of the dashboard folder, which is at the same level as error, but it's quite possible. I don't know if this is a default function name, but we're going to find out. If it is, we'll see what else I can do. I've noticed that there's a lot of things in React, names of files, that actually have a system identification. Things like page.jsx, route.js, end.local, or a .local file, because it could be dev and ACPT. They all have, or not ACPT, dev, prod, test. You also have middleware.json, next config. I mean, there's a lot of files that have a specific name that the system knows. Layout means something. So there's a lot of files that have a connotation within the application. So you can't just create a different app name. And I was unaware of that when I was doing this earlier. I was like saying, I don't like that name. I'm going to give it a different name, and then things didn't work. So you kind of have to start learning what the key file names for Next.js are. What's a key name and what's a learning name? What's a name you can do anything you want with? So like with these button ones, I found you can name them anything you want. So there you go. There's a couple, global.css. That is a key name. So you kind of just have to learn. You don't want to have a route and a route.jss and a page.jsx, because they will conflict because they are key names. They both act similarly once you come to that route folder. So I don't know if this error page is a key name. I don't know yet. We're going to find out.
Before the error occurred. So then, inside the component template, we can output the error, and we can give the user the option to try and reset the error and retry submitting the form. So let's flesh out this component, but the first thing we need to do is come to the top and say use client.
So we're going to do this as use client. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to break this, but I'm going to do it like he does and see if my other one functions. We'll do some stuff to find out later. I can always fix it.
Because error pages have to be client's components. Alright, so let's do now the template. So main, and we'll give this a class of text hyphen center, and then inside that I want some kind of title. So
he's doing main, class, text center, so basically he's doing the same thing.
I'm going to do an h2 for that with a class of text hyphen 4xl, and we'll just say oh no, and then below.
For formatting purposes, he's calling this one class name equals text 4x. I don't know what that means. It's probably, I don't know. It stands for something. For extra large? Make it bigger? Oh no, big letters. I don't know.
Below that, we'll do a paragraph tag, and inside that we will take the error object and output the message. Now, word of warning, this error message is available during development.
I'm pausing it because I'm slow. I keep getting, if I don't watch what I'm doing when I type, I start typing things wrong, and then I spend time pausing him and catching up for a lot more code, so I might as well just get it right the first time.
Development during dev mode. However, during production, we're not going to get access to the actual error message, and it's going to be a very generic error message because Next.js strips out that real error message because it might contain sensitive information. So if you wanted to, you could put your own custom message here instead, but purely for the purposes of development, we're going to keep that there. So below that, we will do a button, and this is going to be a button that a user can click on to clear the error and try to do again what they were doing. So let's add on an on-click handler, and we set that equal to the reset function up here that we get. So that kind of clears the error, and it's going to take us back to where we were in the first place. So if we're on the form page, we're trying to submit something, and we get an error, then we show the error page. This button is going to clear the error, and we'll end up back on the form page. Alright, we also want to give this a class name. So class name is equal to btn-primary, and then mx-auto, so auto margin in the x direction, left and right, and my-4, so margin in the y direction. Alright, so let's just do some text for the button. We'll just say maybe try again with a question mark. And my friends, that is pretty much it. So I'm going to try this now in the browser in dev mode. But actually, before we do that, we need to simulate some kind of error.
So we got, mine looks different from his because button primary. Oh, I didn't put the quote on this side. Never mind. Never mind. And we have on-click reset. Then we have class name equals. And we have, what, too many buttons? Why is it complaining? Maybe try. If error repeats, we have a problem. There we go. What am I missing here? I'm missing something. It doesn't like my detail props. JSX intrinsic element button detail button props. Because I got button link and I have my custom button stuff going on, submit button, but that shouldn't be an issue. Button and probably I know it. A comma? No. On click reset. Class name equals all that. Oh. Huh? No, not O. What am I? Where is it tripping up? Undetermined string literal. Okay, I'm missing something. Button. Is it lowercase? Checking my case sensitivity here. I tend to drop that ball a lot. Class name, no. On click, no. Button primary max auto my 4. Alright, max auto. Oh, you know what? Let's try putting in the same quote type. Aha. Man. So many tactical things to consider. Alright, so we're up and running.
So let's go to our actions. We'll check.
So we're going to go to actions here. And again, I don't know that I can even do this. I'm going to be finding out. We're going to see what this does here.
Change this from tickets to tickets with a double S. And then down here, we will check.
Alright, so he's just changing this so that we can trigger an error. Throw an S there.
Give this an error. So I'm going to say if error.
See, look, I'm already thinking it's going to blow up on my side because I think he is throw new error. Could not add ticket.
Error. Because remember, we get the error back there. We're going to throw a new error, and the message is could not add a new ticket. So now that error is going to be passed into this component. All right.
Okay, so based on this information, you can see I'm not actually calling any particular page or object or anything. So it's expecting, when you say throw error and it's going to throw it up and put it into wherever, it doesn't know you have to use an error object page. So basically error.jsx or error page.jsx, what do you call it? Error.jsx is has to be a file within your, I guess, your parent directory. I don't know. But apparently I was wrong. So if I want this to function as I run it, he's actually going to, I'm expected to use an error.jsx, not error page.jsx, because this won't work, unfortunately. So what happened was I have this login here, actions, and this actually calls, well, somewhere. Where's my error? Okay, if error redirect login. See, I'm actually redirecting to if error. No, this doesn't do it. I do get my error page. I just don't remember how. I don't remember where I'm triggering it at. It's like there's a I'm trying to see where I call my error page. I'm pretty sure I am actually physically calling the error page. Yeah, see, redirect to path name error. So I am physically calling my error on this route.js, which I don't know. Can I just throw error and have it respond like his is going to do? I don't know. I haven't actually tried. Supposedly the error.jsx will act as a throw option. I don't know. I wonder. But I didn't change any names, so I don't know for sure that it would break. But instead of redirecting to my error, because here there's only one, I only have one call to that database, and that's on when route.js runs. Route.js with an API auth confirm. So when I am here, API auth confirm. So it's this route.js that is calling my my file. So if I want to make my code function using that one, I don't know how that would work. If I have console log error encountered redirecting to error page. Oh, I can get rid of that. That was just me tracking my console or my log. So we got, if not an error, we're going to do this, and we're going to return to there. I'm always torn on the whole just if return do this kind of nonsense. I don't like that. I like if condition, or if conditions or where conditions. So we specifically say if not an error, do this. Or maybe it'd be better to assume success, or assume success might be better than assume failure. Because this is assume failure, right? So we're going to fail unless there's not an error object. So if any reason error object gets set, then we're going to blow up and go to the error handler. Could do something like he's trying to do, where he basically just says, go to the error object, or go to the error class by throwing it up. So I'm wondering if I should just do that, because this just says something went wrong, but at the same time, it's a generic call. And if you just say throw error without telling it, it has to be looking for an error.jsx. It has to be. Because how would it know what page to call? You're throwing it, it's going somewhere. I'm going to actually return the user to an error page with some instruction. I am going to attempt to change this, which means I have to actually do my auth confirm and test it. Which means I don't know if it'll work or not. I mean, I guess we're just going to have to see what happens. I want to see if it works. Let's make sure that his works first. So in order for that to work, I need to actually take this code. I'm going to rename it. It's going to break that page, by the way. Error.jsx. I don't know if the name of the page matters, because why would it? But I'm going to copy this into the dashboard. Oops. Why didn't that work? Do I have a message that I'm not seeing? Aha. Yes. Move. Okay, so that's going to break the one call here for route.js. We will see if that does anything. It may break a compile. I don't know if compile is going to go, hey, we have a call here that's no good. But that's the only place that it's called, so maybe not. And I don't know if this cares if it's called error page or not, but it would be a problem if route.js is looking for error page. Oh, sorry, confirm here. Is this looking for error page? No. It's just going to that page. It just doesn't care. So unless there's a complaint about this path name, we should be okay. So let's go see what happens, shall we? Starting. If I don't trigger an error from that route.confirm or auth confirm route.js, then I shouldn't have a problem with that term. So now we can go over to my code that he's working on. I got route.js, error.jsx, which is in my did he put it in the tickets folder? He put it in the tickets folder. Why did he do that? Huh.
Here. So let's try this then. Go to add.
Alright, so I'm going to put it at the high level of the dashboard. I'm hoping I don't have to put it in the tickets folder. It seems kind of silly. I would think any error should be able to trigger this. So if I do have to put it there, then it's just like page or something. It's going to only work if you throw it to that level of page, which seems kind of, I don't know. I'd rather have a shared error output, but whatever. Let's see here. I want to make sure, where is he putting? Actions. Throw an error. So he put it in the JS file. Error could not add ticket. So, guess we'll see what that does. Let's open up my page here. And we will go down here and open this up. So we're going to go to tickets. We loaded our tickets. Now we're going to try to do a new ticket. And then we're going to say testing error, bad table name. I'm going to, yep, I changed the name of the table. So this won't work. Or shouldn't. Oh, well, wait, it did make this big. Cannot add ticket. If error repeats, we have a problem. So, it didn't show me an actual error though. Well, okay, it did. Never mind. This is the error message. Cannot add ticket. And that's what this is. Cannot add ticket. And this is a button. So, this, I don't even know where this is going to go. Where does this go on my error page? This should be reset. Where does it go? Oh yeah, all right. So it sends me back there. That's kind of cool. I do like that. But I do have an error here issue. Could not add ticket. Oh, this is just, what's it saying? Unhandled runtime error. Throw new, oh. Let's see, I wonder if he's getting that.
A new ticket. Any old junk in right here, doesn't really matter. Try submitting this. We're going to throw that error.
See, he's got an error
here.
here.
We can see the error page right here. Now this shows in development right here, so we can see more about the error, but in production it doesn't.
Okay, so this won't show up in production. So this won't be there. This allows you to kind of see where it's happening, why it's happening. During dev, this is what you would get. You would not necessarily see this any other time.
But if we click on this, it clears the error, and we end up going back to the form. Now, obviously, that error is going to keep on persisting because we've hard-coded that error into the application. But you get the idea. If there's an error now, then it's going to show that error page.
Oh, there you go. That's error handling. Voila. I am curious, though, if...
Okay, so we've seen how to run a server action in response to a form being submitted, but we can also run a server action in response to other events on a page, like a user clicking on something. So for example, we have a delete button on the details page for a ticket, and when a user clicks on that, we run some logic in the browser to send a delete request to the API endpoint that we made.
Oh, I lost my
Instead,
page.
we could call a server action when a user clicks on the button to run the code directly on the server instead. And the way we do that is by using a hook called useTransition.
Okay, so now we're going to do a hook. This is the last thing. We're going to call actions using a hook called useTransition. That is the last thing on the class, and then I will have completed it. Yay! There's no cert. There's no proof that you did it other than to say I did it. So putting it on your resume is like, you know, hey, I did this, and they're like, sure you did. But hey, I have proof, right? I've got this out. So I will have actually done this, gone through all of this, tried a couple of things. I don't know. We'll see. If any of this stuff helps me get a job, I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I get a job thanks to anything you see in front of you. I haven't actually had a job opportunity, even an interview or a thing that got me past, for React or Next.js. I'm just using those as a search criteria now, as things I kind of know them a little bit. I'm a beginner level. I certainly haven't been doing it for years, and there's probably boatloads of stuff I have not done. So really doing multiple classes, hopefully they do different examples, different things. You slowly start getting a better feel, but ultimately what you got to do is do some work. And I'm going to try. That's why I want to do my website. So we'll see. I fixed my ticket, but I'm going to go ahead and do one extra test for this. I am going to, instead of, say we got this action, this is use server, so this is also a server item. It's going to this redirect to path name when there's an error. What I'm going to do is we're going to throw the error, just like we did over here, just so that we can see. I don't know. I'm going to see if my error handler did work. I put the page up here on the dashboard folder instead of inside of the tickets folder, which I thought was kind of an odd place for him. Because the goal is that this is a generic folder, right? So in theory, this should be able to go without me redirecting to the folder. I could just throw the object. So let's try this. So when he did this, I'm basically just going to copy this guy. We're going to go down here, and instead of redirecting, I'm just going to do this guy. If we have an error, throw the error. What happens if I just throw the error? Do I have to do new error, or can I just say error message? Let's just say error.message. Error.message. Message? So my error object doesn't have a message object, message on it? Why wouldn't it have a message on it? Could I just throw error since it's a new... If it's truly an error object, it says auth error. Can't... Error constructor, new message equals error. I don't know. I don't know what I can throw, but let's just say throw error. Let's just see what it says. Well, and then we'll use the error message. Actually, this is... I don't know if I should have to do anything. Let's just see what that does. Does that compile? It does. Now we have to do a test. So we're going to log out. Yeah, we'll log. I'm trying to see if I have another user email I can use. The problem is if I use some, I'm running out of emails I can throw at this thing. I have a junk email, but I don't even know if I have a way. I don't even know if I know the login for it. Let's try this. Oh. This is a junk email I use. It filters my other mail. Well, here's the thing though. I don't know how. I gotta break it. I gotta make it break. Make it or break it. So what's the best way to break it here? Well, you know what might break it? Trying to run it, trying to do the email from here. Because the Outlook tends to do a double call for some bizarre reason. I don't know why it does that, but oh, you know what? That's not going to work because this doesn't actually get that email. Dope. How do I? Dope. I don't. All right. How do I get to this email? So how do I get to my email? I guess I just go to Gmail. Why not? Let's go to Gmail. I don't know if it'll work from here or not. It may not error because that's what it's supposed to do, right? Well, look, it's not even, hasn't even showed up as an email yet. Let's go to Supabase and see if Supabase actually, let's enable this. I don't know if that matters, but we disabled it for something. Oh yeah, because there was issues with maybe it not working with dev mode. Okay, so we are waiting on my, did it go here? I don't know where this would have went. Hello. Not seeing anything. Not sure where. I don't know, there's supposed to be an email coming in at some point. Now this is my Gmail that I sent it to, so in theory I should be getting an email. Or not. And schedule, a lot of crap. I get so much junk mail on this. I don't even know why. I do use ClickUp, so you see here, hey buddy, you got work to do, man. My work session hasn't started. I use it to try to get some organization into my day. So I have so it tells you you got this time frame that you're trying to get work done. It's not giving me my confirmation here for whatever reason. Hello. Well, I don't know where the mail is. It's so weird. It's like there must be something that filters out these messages because I only get them. They never go into my other mail services. I don't know why. They only go. It's like, all right, so I have. It's like they're blocked or something. I don't know. Can I go look at my junk? Social update. Do I even have a junk here? There's spam. Do they call that spam? No. Don't call it spam. I just really do not know where those tickets go because they're coming to my personal mail, but I have my own mailbox. But when my other services, which I have like I have my Gmail pulls my mail from my server when it goes to that server, but those are getting filtered out. It's like they do not process. I cannot get them. So the Gmail is blocking or not taking them for whatever reason. Um, distracted by a message that is not related. So let's get back to this here. All right, so it doesn't work. I'm going to do a quick search, Google search, and we're going to see if that's a normal thing. Let's see, Supabase off, not sending to Gmail. I mean, I have it going now. It won't go to Outlook either. I mean, if it does send, Gmail's filtering it out or something. Yeah, they don't. That's not apparently not an issue, but I don't know. I mean, there's no one else getting this problem. Apparently, it's just me. My future sound energy bill. Okay, so I don't know why that's not working. It doesn't send to my Gmail. My Gmail does not pick up the auth token email. And I don't get it anywhere else. Anywhere else at all. Nope. Because it's 10:06. How's yeah, there's nothing. I think I probably did it back around 10 o'clock, so 6 minutes ago at least. I mean, this is just too long. I mean, it should not be this long. It's usually pretty fast when I send it to my other things. So for whatever reason, this does not work. It won't send it to my Gmail. I don't know if that's normal, if that's Gmail filtering, but like I said, there is some. I would have to say it's being. Let's see, off confirm getting blocked by Gmail. Why Gmail is blocking? How to check? Oh, look, there it is. But that really went the... Okay, I don't know how that happened. How that even ended up over there, because I didn't send it to that email. That's really weird. How did it... Oh, because I have Gmail connected on this. Okay. But it finally showed up. It took it forever to get here. Let's click on it. This is coming straight from... this tends to trigger errors in the past. Ah, but it worked. Did not get an error. How can I get an error? How can I force an error here? I gotta figure out a faster way to test this. 'Cause I wanted to validate it here and see if this triggers and sends it back to that folder, to that error message of mine. And I'm afraid of doing something that isn't an error. Or that compiles, that's a compile error. Alright, you know what? I can cheat. Let's just throw an error. Oh no, but error won't have an error message in it. I need this to blow up. How do I make this blow up? See, now I need this to error and it won't. Nothing like needing an error and not getting an error. This is, how do I force... Alright, let's just do this. This is really lame, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to put this right here. This is not part of the test, but I'm going to go like this, and I'm just going to say... fake error happened. I'm just going to... This is a big, fat, hairy no-no, by the way, I'm sure. I wonder what happens if I click it again. Okay, so that's not great. I mean, if you click on it again, it shouldn't blow up like this. This is... Did I get another problem here? No. Now, it's possible I threw an error and it just doesn't like this. It should be nicer about, you know, if you use the same page, it should just give you a cleaner error. So it doesn't like the token. So my error object, I wonder if it's because it's actually a... Is it running? Is it doing anything? Is it doing anything? So, because token hash is a not. So we're totally skipping this. So we're probably not getting my throw error. And if this throw error is coming down here, to be honest, I don't know why it would fail here though. To be honest, that doesn't make sense. It should get in here because token hash does have a value and the type still has a value. So unless we're not actually getting to this page, console.log, we did arrive. Alright, so let's at least see if my page... Did I get that? No, we did arrive. Reference error is not defined. Okay. Okay, so error is not defined. It doesn't like my throw new error. So we are getting here. Oh, but error... Oh, that's right. How does that? Oh, okay. There is no air object in here because the air is defined inside of this parentheses. That's what the problem is. So, how would this ever happen? Interesting. If I go, so if I put this in here, I'm not totally sure I like this, to be honest. Let's I'll just undo all this nonsense that I did. So we should not even get here because we go inside here, we process. But if I do this thing, if I click it, it skips this. Oh no, we actually get in here. And it's not going to complain, but it doesn't like my air object. So we get redirected to my air, which of course is a bad file because I don't actually have that anymore. It doesn't like my air page. So do I need to call it in? What if I call it in? Does that work? Can I say throw new error? There's next error, error event. This error. Oh, I have a thing called error page. That's the one I'm probably supposed to be setting. Let's see if that works. But let's see if that works. Throw new error page? That's not right. Nope. Not going to work. Okay, so that fails. So I can't just throw the error. It doesn't come back here. If it's not inside of the API folders, I'd imagine it just doesn't work. And page.jsx is not, it's not smart enough to come back here when you throw the error. That's interesting. Okay, so even though you throw an error here, see if I had an error object, which I am getting, throw new error doesn't fire me back to this location. It says, nope, I don't know what that is. So it must have to be at the same level or above, but it can't be on the side because this is a side level, right? Because it's not in this folder. It has to be something. I mean, I don't know what the conditions are. This has to exist. But obviously, if I go to dashboard, my error worked because this action went all the way up to the parent page of the dashboard and fired this error, no problem. But this cannot be fired by this JSX. So I'm tempted. I wonder if I should just put, I mean, it's an error page. I guess I have to. Huh. So I can't really share my page. I mean, I guess I could share my error, but it's a redirect. Ugh. I don't know, man. I am passing the error back. If I pass the error back to a page, could I have that page throw the error? That would be weird, huh? have it just say, yeah, we're just going to throw this error back up to this error object. Oh, but we're not, we can't pass anything to this because this is just a page call. And I don't think you can put an object in as a query parameter. Uh, hmm. A lot of error objects. So this is just me once again taking a detour off of what we're supposed to be doing, because I like to try to figure new things out. Try different things with the code I'm working on. I'm trying to see if I can make this error object or error page work throughout the system without having to create, multiples. And it's like here, I got this login error. And I'm redirecting to login and passing the error in and showing the error. But I don't know if that's what I want to do. I kind of like the idea of if I get an error here, he does things differently. So this is one that I did that I actually went through the effort of trying to get the error to show up on the same page right there. Hey, we got a problem. And that's what this is doing. We're calling back to login. We get the error. We put the error message in. It's kind of what this error page is doing, right? We throw the error. It tells you what the problem is. You click the button tells you try again. This is actually just going to put you back on the same page, tell you what it did right there on the page. So it kind of, I guess it's not really needed. I don't know why I have two. Oh, one's login, one's sign up. Is that the only ones that I do that with? Yeah. And then these ones are just getting it. We're not actually doing anything with it. We got error.jsx, which is doing something. Ticket list, which is just getting it. Here we just console.log error message on ticket list. Don't necessarily want that. I mean, problem is if you reset and you go back to it and it keeps erroring, because this is get tickets. So this is going to have a list of tickets. If there's a problem with that, you don't necessarily want it to keep sending you back to the page because you're just going to keep seeing the error. So it's almost like you'll only want to use the error page that's going to send you back to try again if it's something the user did, right? I mean, if you do it, if you show the error if you show the error all the time and always send them back to the page, and if there's something wrong with the page, they're stuck. It's going to just keep error, error, error. Every time you click it, error. You're not going to be able to get out of, you're not going to be able to get out of that state. So, I mean, short of trying to navigate to some other page and seeing if it'll let you. And I didn't even notice, does that page, when we get that error page, is it smart enough? Is it showing the nav? I assume the nav is showing up. I don't remember for sure, but I think it is. So when they're inside to create page here, actions, and we throw this in here and we say S. So he's basically showing you examples. So you're trying to think, you know, what's necessary and what's not, you know. I am going to have to put my page.jsx back in here though, because let's see, new file, page.jsx. I have to because, well, it didn't work the other way. I could have it do the same thing here, do the same as this is doing essentially, but since I'm not getting an error object, I don't think this is even referencing that. So I could copy this back to here. I don't think this is actually going to need this because I don't think it matters. And we're going to go blah, 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 blah. I don't know what the error is because I wonder if I'm curious if I could do the same thing I did before where I pulled the error message off of this and actually show the error message. Because right now it's just like something blew up. It's lame. I don't like something blew up lameness. And again, I'm trying to fix a test application, you know, or I'm trying to add enhancements to a test application. It's kind of one of those, it's besides the point things. It's like you're getting off the beat, Ken. You're doing something that's wasn't part of the class. You don't need to do that. Yeah, it's great. Yes, there's ways it can be improved, but that's not the point. They're trying to show you how to do different features and abilities or functions within the app or code. So yeah, there's things that could be improved, but is it necessary? So like I did this thing down here with my verify form so that it would, or so it would show, what did I do? Like the errors. I could get the error object and show, oh no, it was the login page. So it would be smart enough. So we got the login, and then I pulled, geez, is it that or this? I can't even remember. Oh, search params, here we go. So in theory, I wonder if I can grab these search params. If we get an error, put the error message on, and then have it grab these search params and kind of do the same thing. Have it actually display it, but this time we'll grab it off of the error object, and if it blows up, it would be smarter, right? So let's see. We're gonna go to this page.jsx, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna just put this thing in here. We're gonna call it search params, search params, and then we're gonna go just like I did here. We're gonna go copy this puppy. I'm gonna put it right on my page, right underneath here. And then we're going to put my error message into right here. And we have button, on click. Oh, I can't reset because I don't have a, I can't really even give them this option. Well, I could take them back to the login page, but no, because this might not be a login page scenario. This is just something blew up and your thing didn't work. So let's try this. It's just going to show the error message. And then we're going to go back down to my confirm. And here, I'm not going to throw a new error page because that didn't work. That's not going to work. But we are going to try to redirect. But the question is, didn't like my error object, but it might be okay with this error thing here. So let's try this. So error dot message. Oh wait. Message. Oh wait, what did I call it? I probably have to do the same name. So it's error. It's whatever the error is. Alright, so we're just gonna say question mark error equals this guy. And then we're gonna say, oh no, it's dollar sign. Dollar sign. Squiggly mark. And then it's error dot message. Right? Is it a dollar sign? Wait a minute. Ampersand. No. Why is my how come I suddenly I thought it was dollar sign, but isn't that supposed to be a different color when it does that? Oops. No, it must be dollar sign. I don't know why. I thought it changed to a different color. If that's even going to compile. All right. It is dollar sign. Redirect. So this is doing the exact same thing. Redirect, blah, 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 error, whatever, question mark, error equals, but that one actually changed colors. Oh, maybe I have to put this in parentheses. Huh, I don't know. Doesn't seem to care if it's in parens or not. Yeah, let's see what happens. Worst it does is blow up. That's the worst it can do is blow up. Explode! Kaboom! See ya! Wouldn't want to be ya. Nope. What was the problem this time? Error is not defined. That's not even an error object. Can't currently handle this request. Auth confirm. I don't think it should be blowing up like this. It should take me back to the page regardless. Alright, let's see what happens here. Console.log error.message. Let's see if this actually happens. Alright, did we at least get an error message? Error is not defined. What do you mean error is not defined? So is it blowing up before we even get out of... Before we even get out of the... How is it doing that? Oh, it's just like... we're not. So it's not even getting an error. It's just like, it hasn't even gone and talked to the database yet. Why would it be complaining? I think it's because I can't reference, oh, I must not be able to reference the error object if in fact Alright, so there must be an error of some kind. So I should be, if I put this here, I should have an error. That's all there is to it. I may not be able to reference it here. In fact, these would probably just be better off out here. Well, right, let's do this. Redirect to. Alright, I could probably put this in here. Alright, see what that does. Aha. Well, kinda. Aha. We kind of aha'd. I don't know what we did. It didn't. Dude, I still have we made it in here? Where's that? Oh, that's gotta go. We don't need that. That's another thing. Email link is invalid or has expired. So we got an error. That must be what I got when I wrote this out. Then it's supposed to redirect me to this path. If not error, we go to wherever next is, or wherever redirect origin is. Origin is the home page. But because we're not logged in as Tazion, it kicked me back to login. So I probably did go back to error or login or wherever I wanted to, but because we have the authentication thing going, it kicked me back to the login page and goes, hey, you're not even logged in. So I didn't even get to see my error because it didn't actually take me back there because of the login stuff. The row level security doesn't allow me to view this unless I am logged in. So that's interesting. What's the way to get around that? I could turn off the row level security, I guess, for now, just to trigger this error. I just want to see it. I'm not even sure what the point of directing to the error page is at this point, because of if I have row level security on, this is just not going to work. It's just not going to show anything. In fact, what I could do is redirect to the login page. That actually might work. If I redirect to the login page instead of to the error page, if there's an error, I go to the login page. The login page is going to show me what it normally shows when there's an error. This actually would work out pretty good. Let's try this. We're just going to change this to login. And so we have not error. We're going to return to there. We do have an error. We're going to go here, and it should act like the login page normally acts when it gets error message, which is to put a message on there and tell you what happened. Or not. Why didn't it work? Because I did exactly, oh, no, I did exactly the same thing I did on the other. If there's an error, that's if not an error. And we are getting an error. We have get, oh maybe we're not, login error email link expired. Oh, it's showing me the error. It's actually worked just fine. It did create the right path name, and then should have went back there, but I thought I had my login was smart enough to handle that error. I was handling it before. Search perms error. It is called error. Okay. And we should have this guy get loaded up. Error message. And this is the same thing, man. Why aren't you? Why didn't it do it? Login question mark error equal. Oh, did I? No, error equals and then $sign error message. We got login sign question mark error equals $sign error message. That's fine, user null. We got exactly what I wanted, but it didn't do it. That means I gotta go all the way back here and go console.log error message just to see if it did this. So I know this is I'm using a bad link at this point, but that's okay. It's not the point. I want to catch the error more pretty like. So it is coming back here, but it's not passing in. Search params is not getting populated. This undefined is my attempt to see this error message, which is not coming through. Even though I used it. Login question mark error. And this is an exact copy. I mean, it's redirect. It's redirect. The whole thing is an exact copy. I mean, short of me actually doing a redirect directly to, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it matters. I could probably just do a redirect directly to. Maybe it doesn't like it in next navigation. All right, so we go back here. It's interesting. So it doesn't like, it won't like this because redirect is not a valid object right here. These are all server objects. He's using Next Navigation. I wonder if it matters. I know. See, I can make 10 minutes worth of exercises turn into hours. I'm good at that, man. That's my thing. See, there is search programs coming back from here, but that's not going to help me in that case because I'm not going back. Let's type redirect. And then we'll get rid of this guy for now. Because I don't see how this redirect to is going to matter. Let's just see what this does. I have a feeling it's not going to, I don't know. I mean, I'm just curious why I'm getting it undefined here. That's really my big question of the day. Ah, look, that worked. Email link is invalid or has expired. So we brought him back to here. That actually works. What do you know? So yeah, we come back here. We don't get an error. We don't come back here because we're gonna return and yeah, so I guess you don't have to actually do a return either if you're doing that because it's just redirecting out of here. Yeah, we just redirect out. There's no returns. Well, there you go, man. I got me this show up even cooler. Email link is invalid or has expired when my link is bad. Voila! Okay, let's go back and now that I've blown that up enough times. We don't need any of these junk. And probably don't need that again, and that again, or that again. So we're back here. Yay. Let's go. Let's go back and finish this dang class, man. I've detoured a dozen times already, but we are going to get through this, man. Last thing, calling actions, 4-minute oh my gosh, 4-minute segment. I think I'm trying to do segment and section together.
Okay, so first up, let's create that new action inside this actions file, the same one, to delete a ticket. So let's come down here and say export async function, and it's going to be called delete ticket, like so. Now we're taking an ID as an argument because we need the ID to know what ticket we want to delete. Now a lot of this is going to be the same as this one up here where we add a new ticket. So what I'm going to do is copy some of it. So we need a Supabase instance, then we need to do this stuff down here but slightly differently. I'm just going to copy all of this in fact and we'll change it.
So he wants to copy pretty much everything from Supabase down, I guess. Yeah. And we're going to update it.
We have our Supabase instance right here. We don't need the session. We can get rid of that. And then down here, we don't want to insert. We want to delete the data. Now we can get rid of the insert there instead. Now it's from tickets. Then we use the delete method, and we specify which one by using the EQ function. And we say we want to delete one where the ID property of that particular record is equal to the ID that we get through here as an argument. Okay, so now we're deleting it. If there is an error, then we'll say could not delete the ticket, like so. And then all we're doing is revalidating the path and redirecting to the ticket.
Okay, so he's doing the throw error. We did this. Could not delete ticket. I thought I already had a delete. Didn't he already do a delete? Oh, yeah, he already did a delete. What the heck? Didn't we have like a big old function called delete? You know, he's doing something kind of weird. Like, I'll show you his thing here. His actions are not in his create folder. They're at the higher level. They're at the ticket level. So he does some things weird. Because I would think actions, since we're on, I guess it makes sense. But no, that's a add ticket, delete ticket. So I guess he moved it out of the create folder because now it has a delete action and a create action in it. So you're like, well, don't put it in create because now it can be both. It's just going to be the actions for your tickets. I guess he must have just moved it out. I don't know when he did that, but it used to just be add ticket, which would be create, right? So, so we have a create form, we have page, but you no longer want to have your actions, I guess, be at that level. Sort of makes sense.
Tickets page.
So could not delete the ticket. Oh, he put these down here. I guess we are. Do we want to stay on the tickets? I guess.
So that's all the logic done for the server action.
I'll use this here.
Now what we need to do is hook this up inside the details page, which is right here.
So, oh yeah, see, he has a delete button. So that's probably why we had to go up one layer, because we're putting it inside of the details. So another thing he did is he has his, I have my not found here. His not found is at the higher level. I don't know if that would be a problem, but I don't see another page here, so it shouldn't be a problem. Let's go ahead and copy what he's doing. So my not found page now is no longer at the delete button location. I just moved it out because that's what he did. So I'm just kind of cleaning up, making everything look kind of similar to his. I don't think it matters because it'll change the references if there's references to be changed.
Alright, so now let's get to the delete button component where we output the button to delete a ticket, and we can use the use transition hook inside here to call the action we just made when a user clicks on the button. So first of all, we need to import use transition from.
So he's going to import
React so that we can use it in this file, and then inside the component we can invoke that hook. Now this hook returns a couple of things to us. It returns an is pending value, which is either true or false to begin with, but when we call the action it's going to be true. The second thing it returns to us is a start transition function, which is a function we use to call an action. And the way we do that is by coming down to the button, and instead of using the handle click function for the on click event, we can pass through an anonymous function, one action. And the way we do that.
So he's doing this weird thing. Const, gonna put in a bracket, is pending, comma, start transition. And then he's gonna use equal use transition. Which I imagine is gonna be closed with these things.
That is by coming down to the button, and instead of using the handle click function for the on click event, we can pass through an anonymous function that calls the start transition function. And then inside this function, we in turn call the action that we want to run, which is the delete ticket action.
Interesting. Okay, so he's going to actually just change this. He's using an anonymous. I don't know why. I don't know why it uses an anonymous this way, but and then he's just going to go start transition, and then I think he just puts the name of our
which we can pass the ID into as well of the ticket that we want to delete. So make sure that that action gets imported.
So we got start transition. Then he's going to do this guy, do that equals delete ticket, which we do want imported. Let's close this, give myself some more visibility here.
At the top of the page as well for this to work.
I got to put in ID. And we do have our thing imported, okay.
And then also, instead of using is loading down here in the template, we can use is pending, which is what we get back from the use transition hook. Cool.
So we're going to do is pending, I guess.
So this should all work now, but before we try it out, I just want to clean up this component a little bit and get rid of some of the stuff that we don't need anymore.
So in theory, this is going to simplify some of the items that we've got going here. He's removing some stuff, cleaning up, is pending. Oh, I see what he's got. It's supposed to be is pending. Now, ideally, I should probably pull some of this down just to clean it up a little. And we have, let's see what's he got. Is pending, ampersand.
Alright, so I've actually rebuilt the application, stuff that we don't need anymore.
So we got disabled equals is pending. And we've got it closed. And then it is pending. Oh, I must have squiggly. Curly braces, whatever you want to call it, whatever. Start transition equals delete ticket ID. I think I have too many parens. What's going on here? There's only supposed to be 2 in there, not 3. So many little things. So it's when you're typing and you're trying to follow along and it's putting in bits while you're trying to enter stuff. It kind of gets weird.
Alright, so I've actually...
Okay, so I gotta log back in as somebody who's logged in. See if that'll let me log in here. Okay, so we're logged in. And then we're gonna go to the tickets page. And then we're gonna click on this one. I think is me, correctly identifies me as the author. Okay, and then I should be able to delete this ticket.
We rebuilt the application and I'm running this in production mode using npm start just to give me a more realistic flavor of what it would be like in production, and so everything's quicker as well. So what I'm going to do is go to one of these things over here, like my computer isn't working.
Okay, so just to do it like he is, and this is because this is the end of the class. We're all done. We've done everything. Let's do it all. Let's do this last thing as a build. So we're going to go ahead and stop this guy. And then we're going to say yes. And we're going to go npm run build. Let it put everything I've done together. Hopefully I haven't done anything that broke anything, because all the stuff I did, I tested it, so it should work. And then it's going to create this build, and then I will do npm run start. And we should get us a nice built up version of our application. I could even go over here and turn on my my table. Create new. No, I just go to my table. We will enable my policies. Do I already have them on? Auth policies. Oh, I do. They're already turned on. Well, there you go. I'm already running at full force with that. And then we go npm run start. Now we're going to jump into existence. We will go back to my application now. We are logged in. We will go view tickets. It is a little snappier. We'll click on this ugly one that has no real meaning in life, and we will delete. And we'll get an error. Let's see. An error occurred on server render. The specific message is omitted in production builds. Oh, see, if I had done this in dev, I would have seen what the problem was. But since I did not, does it put it here? Could not delete ticket. What did I do? Could not delete ticket. So it did go something because my delete ticket message fired. So I actually ended up on the delete. Where did he put it? Oh, on the actions. He put it on the delete. Okay, so it's here. Cannot delete ticket. What happened? Oh, there you go. That's my. I copied my error, my intentional error, over to the over to it. Oops, never mind. I gotta remove those. When you're gonna trigger an error, you should probably remove it. And then I copied it. It's like not only did I have a intentional error, I took it as far as to start propagating it throughout my application by copying it. Nothing like copy paste errors. Copy paste, spreading the hate, man. Well, if you're gonna be a dummy, I'm gonna be a dummy. Let's see here. Let's try this again. npm run build. Oh wait, did I do the run build? I was supposed to run start. Dang. Oh, well, you know, this is really build it. We'll build it. We'll build it better than ever. We will make him better, faster, stronger. Or just the same in this case. Just be the same. npm run start. And go back to this dashboard. View tickets. Try this again. Delete ticket. Whack. It's gone. Instantaneous success. The app is complete. We have completed NextJS master class. We are now masters, apparently. I don't know. I mean, that's what it implies, right?
I'm going to try and delete this ticket. Hopefully everything's going to work. Deleting. Yep, everything works. Awesome. And that, my friends, is the end of this course. So I really hope you've enjoyed it and enjoyed learning about NextJS 13. There will be some more tutorials and courses coming in the future all about Next as well. Maybe I'll do another project build, or maybe we'll do...
So yeah, this is Net Ninja.
Hopefully I'm going to see you in the very next series.
He did a great job, like I said. Oh, look at this. There is a certificate thing here. Check that out. Certificate of Graduation awarded to Kenneth Romero, graduating from Next 13 Masterclass as of 5/7/2024. I should probably download that. I mean, you know, because if somebody wants proof that I actually did this. I mean, granted, you can go through and just say, pay $10 and go, done, 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 done. So it's not really proof, but it is a thing that I opened up and did. And my proof is I've been streaming most of it, so... There's that. So anyway, it is a pretty cool class, though. I will say this: give the Net Ninja an opportunity to teach you if you're interested in that stuff. Go or in this stuff. He breaks it up into nice little bits and pieces. I would suggest coding it. Follow along. If you get behind, pause it, type it out, learn it. I mean, that's if you're in the same stage of lack of knowledge that I was. I am a programmer already, but my knowledge has always been .NET Framework and C Sharp, SQL Server, and this web interfaces, web coding is a different thing for me. So I'm just trying to learn how the components work and how React, which is one of the more popular versions, is versus TypeScript, which is Angular. Uh, get a feel for those things. This is a good way to do that. And yeah, I would say go get it, man. Check it out. It's only $10 a month. It's $9 for this class. $10 a month if you want to do more than one class. I am going to do another one. I think the next one I'm going to do is GraphQL, which is going to work. It works with these other databases doing more complex data retrievals. I didn't even realize you couldn't do more complex data retrievals just with like NextJS. Apparently, it's just not optimal for that. You grab pieces and you just put them all together. While with GraphQL, apparently, it actually allows you to do more complex stuff. Like you could grab nested data, like the author related to all your tickets that and what tickets that author has in general. So you might get this ticket, get the author, and say, hey, what other tickets has this guy been submitting? He's on a roll. Maybe I need to fire him. He's finding too many problems in our app. I don't know. Uh, I didn't even know I was not fully confirmed. I don't know. That's weird. So nothing like getting more messages. Hey, I get an actual confirmation that they're going to use on me. But hey, that's it for now. I'm going to take a break. I will probably try to do some more this afternoon, but I got to go eat breakfast. And probably put on a different shirt because it's getting cold down here. Until next time, you take it easy. Hey, by the way, I know not everybody is who watches these things has any interest in miniatures and gaming, but you may have noticed that I have other streams where I paint minis, I play games that have minis, and that I do a lot of that. In fact, I do a lot of my streams here because I am trying to grow my business and potentially those that would be interested in those kind of things. I have an case designed for storing, displaying, and transporting miniatures, anything 3.5 inches or smaller, meant for gaming miniatures, that sort of thing. You could collect Hot Wheels in them, you could collect metals in them. We have backer board and we have magnetic inserts and metal plates so that you can attach minis with magnets on them to the inside of the case. The cases expand with your collection. We've got so if you start off, it holds like 20 or 30 small 25 millimeter base minis. But if you outgrow that, which you will, if you get into minis, you're gonna outgrow them. You can snap another one on. Now you got two cases, doubles your capacity. Add two more, you quadruple it, and so on and so forth. You can set up. They have mounting holes in the back, hang them on the wall. You could connect them front to front, back to back, top to bottom, create squares and cubes and rectangles to take with you to local shops. Carry as many minis as you're willing to load together. You could see all about them. Go to Active Minds Games on YouTube and Instagram and check them out. There's videos and pictures of what they do, how they work, how they function. You can get them at the ones we have in stock still. You can get them at amgamesdirect.com. And if you want to be part of our Kickstarter to restock some of the items we don't have anymore, like clear X cases, and you want to stock you want to get the bigger units, the double size, quadruple size units that are going to connect also. Go to Facebook, Active Minds Games. Follow us there and let us know. Put some messages out. Say, hey man, these are cool. We want to be part of this, man. Let us know. We haven't got a date for the Kickstarter yet. That's fully dependent on how many followers we get on our Facebook page. Once we hit 800, we're going to announce it probably within 2 to 3 months. Of that number, we are going to launch our Kickstarter for that. But I know, hey, if that's not your thing, go program. If it is, follow. Otherwise, just follow and subscribe to my page. That would be great too. Anyway,